Okay, next we have Donna Goodman, United University Professions. Donna, there we go.
While others here are focusing on the immorality and illegality of Washington's wars, I'm going to talk about the wars as a workers' issue and a union issue. Earlier this month, when the public sector unions filed suit against Governor Patterson's plan to force state workers to accept a one-day-a-week furlough, that's a 20% pay cut, the governor criticized the workers for not making a sacrifice to close the $9 billion state budget deficit. This was a typical example of official solutions to the state budget crisis being presented. Do you have the little? This is being presented by the.
Closer. Go ahead.
All right.
Not you.
So this was a typical example of the official solutions to the state budget crisis being presented in the narrowest of terms. Cut education or cut Medicaid. Cut these workers or cut those workers. Cut the arts or parks or transportation. Which benefits can be saved at the expense of which other benefits? But it's not workers' salaries and benefits that are causing the deficits here and in the rest of the country, where budget shortfalls in the states amount to $200 billion nationwide. The recession is a major factor, resulting in a record decline of tax revenues. Federal stimulus money provided some relief, but that's almost over, and the budget gaps won't be closed in time. But the recession is only part of the problem. The other part, which doesn't depend on the business cycle, is Washington's astronomical military spending, which increases year after year. The wars in Iraq, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Yemen are costing the United States about $200 billion this year when all costs are counted, enough to eliminate the budget shortfalls in all 50 states. We know where the money is, right? Total spending for the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan since October 2001, when the U.S. attacked Afghanistan, is over $1 trillion. The nation's total annual defense spending, that includes the huge Pentagon budget and then adds in veterans benefits, homeland security, interest on past military debt, nuclear weapons, the cost of America's 16 intelligence agencies, and war-related spending absorbed by other departments amounts to $1.4 trillion. That's every year. That's 48% of federal funds, that part of the federal budget that comes from our income taxes. It's important for workers and unionists to make the connection between the military budget and the devastating loss of civilian jobs at home, the cuts to education, and the erosion of our democratic rights. My union, United University Professions, or UUP, at SUNY, is making that connection. The union is a charter member of U.S. Labor Against the War, a national network of unions, labor councils, and other labor organizations that calls for a just foreign policy, an end to U.S. occupation of foreign countries, redirecting U.S. resources from military spending to meeting the needs of workers and their families, bringing the troops home now, protecting worker rights, civil liberties, and the rights of immigrants, and solidarity with workers around the world. This is a change for the union movement, which has traditionally supported U.S. imperialism and its wars. This is an important change, and we should support this change. Many union members see negotiating the contract as the union's only job, and voting on the contract as the members' only job, as members. But our jobs exist in a broader political context, and unions can do even more than protect our livelihoods. War and peace are core concerns of workers, and unions are a political force that can amplify workers' voices in opposition to war and occupation. Okay. UUP has begun a campaign to build anti-war committees on every SUNY campus. That's 32 campuses. Each campus was given an organizing kit with fact sheets, a DVD, and ideas for activities that people can do to organize their anti-war campaigns. We've made this organizing packet available to all anti-war activists. You can download it to use in your union, in your community group, or just to get ideas to deepen your own activism and organizing skills. Go to the U.S. Labor Against the War website at uslaboragainstwar.org or to the UUP website at uupinfo.org. U.S. Labor Against the War and its member unions are taking concrete steps to chart an anti-war path for the labor movement. Now is the time for workers and unionists to stand up, speak out, and work for peace. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.